On this final weekend of the 2010 campaign, with Democrats working furiously to avoid a Republican wipeout, suddenly all the attention is on Democratic Party infighting in Florida. CBS News congressional correspondent Nancy Cordes is here with us in the studio with the story. Nancy, good morning.
Maggie, good morning to you. It's all unfolding in the Sunshine State, where there's a three-way race for Senate. The Republican Marco Rubio has a commanding lead, and it would take something major to shake things up at this point. It sounds like that's exactly what President Bill Clinton was trying to engineer.
Any rumor or any statement by anyone that says that I made a decision to get out of the race is inaccurate, at best.
CBS News confirms Republican turned independent Charlie Crist approached President Bill Clinton's camp about a deal. Crist promised to caucus with Democrats in exchange for Democrat Kendrick Meek dropping out of the race. Sources say Clinton approached Meek about the plan. Twice, Meek accepted, then backed out. Meek insists it never happened.
There was never a deal. No one has called me and said, hey, you need to get out of the race.
Up in Alaska, former Governor Sarah Palin spent the evening rallying for Republican Joe Miller.
Getting the country back on the right track is to change the way that business is done in Washington. No more business as usual. We got to get there and shake it up. We've got to send Joe Miller to the United States Senate.
The outspoken Miller is one of 51 House and Senate hopefuls Palin is backing this year. If her candidates win on November 2nd, she'll cement her role as a kingmaker and fuel speculation of a presidential bid. It's a topic Palin addressed in her interview with Entertainment Tonight.
It's a yes if there are others who are not willing to be running for the right reasons. Then it would certainly be something that Todd and I would consider seriously.
But in an article in Britain's Daily Telegraph newspaper, Karl Rove, former senior aide to President Bush, says of Palin, quote, with all due candor, appearing on your own reality show on the Discovery Channel, I'm not certain how that fits in the American calculus of that helps me see you in the Oval Office.
Back in Florida, President Clinton's maneuvers there show just how worried Democrats are about the possibility of losing control of the Senate next week. The thinking is if their candidate can't win, then throwing the race to an independent who would at least vote with them might be the next best thing. Maggie?
CBS's Nancy Cordes. Thank you, Nancy.